What's going on, you guys? I'd like to welcome you guys to another one take review. And today I got one for Invincible episode 7. Today I'm not doing this review by myself. I'm in Dallas chilling with my brother. Come on, Fred. Me and my brother Fred gonna review this episode because we just got through watching. It's Thursday night. Probably the best episode of the season.
Definitely.
Completely blew both of us away because there's certain things that we were expecting, certain things. Honestly, we thought a lot of this stuff was going to get saved for the season finale, but it dropped tonight.
FYI, I called shit. I called it. I fucking called it.
Only thing I called was actually right before it happened. And I feel so stupid considering the fact that the whole stuff with Robotman and him having like the whole thing in the little container or whatever.
Yeah, him living inside a fucking tube.
Did not think. I'm thinking, okay, he's creating something. I never thought for a second, one, that was him. Two, he was making a body for himself. Never thought about that. It was a reason, obvious reason. He only wanted Rex's DNA.
Of course, dude. Like, let's kind of start from the jump.
Okay.
This ended off a great fucking episode.
True.
It ended off a great episode, and we wake up just. We start with the whole, having Mark's mom wake up, and she's actually in shock of what's going on with, Omni-Man, her husband. Apparently he's been unfaithful this whole time, comes down, and she's like, he's missing, shows up, we need to talk, and she just dips. And then it just picks up from there. That was the slowest portion of the entire fucking episode.
That was
the slowest portion.
Because it was just like this whole, I thought she was going to wake up, he was going to be gone. But she woke up, he's there, and it's like, it's not really no time to talk anymore. It's over, you know what I'm saying? She knows he killed them. He killed the Guardians. And like, well, honestly, what can you say to, like, excuse that? So, and he gets kind of pissed off, too. Like, oh, I'm over it. I'm out of here, Whole time, though, Cecil's people are already in the house, which is cool for a little bit because that old cloaking stuff didn't work for long.
It did not. As soon as they found out, they were just ripped to pieces. Oh my gosh.
It was fucking pieces. You know exactly what that reminds me of?
Episode 1, whenever he fucking started blowing through everybody? No.
The Boys season finale. When Homelander came back to the cabin
and he just started wrecking shop.
That is exactly what that reminds me of.
Invincible is The Boys just animated.
It really is.
It just really is The Boys
just animated. What it feels like. Because Omni-Man is a monster, but we're gonna get to more about him in just a second. Because we still dealing with Mark. Mark and his girlfriend problems, and we find out this episode she knew the whole time he was a superhero.
To be fair, though, she was smart. We should have figured this out earlier.
True, but at the same time, she played dumb really well. And Mark, she said, "Mark, you made me look dumb." I'm like, no, you played dumb. Okay, it's not my. If you just knew off dumb, just why not tell me you know why I couldn't tell you this though. So I don't understand why she was actually mad at him. It's like, yo, it's superhero 1-on-1. Don't tell your secret identity to protect your people you love.
Not just that, though, but also, what kind of makes it a little bit worse, the fact that he goes to his homeboy, right? Expecting, like you said it before, expecting for him to hear what he wants to hear, and he just lays down the cold hard truth. It was fair. It was 100% fair.
But then the people you want around you want people who gonna tell you exactly what it is and not what you want to hear. But once again, Mark didn't want to deal with that. So he goes, hey, let's go find Eve, the woman with the best powers and all the superhero.
For sure. She can literally create shit, fly, all these different abilities. She can make her own fucking house, sustain everything. If basically there's an apocalypse, you want her power.
Exactly. Like the number one person. Like, hey, she can be the number one farmer on the planet. But yeah, he goes to find her and things. She's talking things over. But we getting deeper into the story now.
And then, of course, like I said, we're going back to what happened with Robotman. This is actually where things kind of pick up. He actually gets his body switched. This is where we actually find out about the whole... He was in a pod the whole time.
Yeah.
And...
Blew my damn... Literally right before he says what he wants to do.
Within a minute or two before it actually happens.
Yo, he wants the body to put himself in, I said. But I still thought he was a robot. I didn't know about the whole...
I thought it was a brain in the robot, maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like maybe that's what it is. He want
kind of like whatchamacallit. I know what you're talking about with the freaking.
It's kind of like it kind of felt like Ultron in my mind.
I wasn't thinking Ultron. I was thinking more Robotman from whatchamacallit, with Cyborg.
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. Yep.
Yeah, see, that's exactly something like Man from Doom.
And no. Just think about it. Like for me, every time we saw Invincible, right? They each had their Superman, kind of a counterpart. They had their Batman counterpart. They had all their other counterparts from like whatever. So to me, Robotman made sense that he was a counterpart from the Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
So it gets to me kind of just it made sense. I thought, and he's
Complete
orange,
opposite,
and he's
though.
orange. Complete opposite, yes.
Complete opposite.
But they're orange.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe.
Robotman and Doom Patrol is a piece of shit. But this Robotman kind of adapted the look of a piece of shit in Rex. Because we all know Rex is a terrible human being, terrible superhero, all the things. Because they have things going on as well because they don't know what's going on.
Did Robotman just make Rex look better by comparison after all the shit he did? Because think about it, he stole DNA, he lied, he cheated, it doesn't make up for a lifetime of being an asshole. Obviously,
yeah.
Doesn't make up, but that's kind of a.
Robotman did do some
underhanded shit.
Yeah, because Monster Girl pretty much lined out everything. Said you did all this, you want us to just accept you back. You was just like, yeah. It was for the greater good. But even back to him, and these things are just. The
snowballing. It kept snowballing. It kept getting better after every single scene. Everything stacked up.
Well, even the moment where he finally gets into the new body, his name is Ruby. Rudy. And he looks over at his old self because like the other two,
that was a great fucking moment.
Twins, they know who. They can never tell which one's like the copy. But in this situation, like, this you actually can. And even though the other one died, she's still alive. Which I like that whole concept. I
know the way the whole transfer. You're absolutely right. Because to me, for a second, I'm thinking, wait, is it going to be a clone, or is he actually moving his actual consciousness this time?
Exactly.
So that's one thing that I thought was cool. So does the machine actually make a clone of you that makes you think it's real, or does the machine make a clone of you that is your new conscience and it makes a clone in your old body? Makes the clone's brain go in your old body. That way you get a new one. So
that's why I deal with every time we talk, every single time.
So this is the kind of shit that I basically just deal with because as I saw that scene, that's what was kind of going through my mind. I was thinking, wait, because actually he lifted his hand, the other one lifted his hand. I was like, first of all, the meatball doesn't move that much, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, like
Meatball is his name.
But that's literally that is literally what came through my mind. I was like, wait a minute. Like, this looks more like I'm moving to a new body and the old one we're switching. That's exactly what happens in a lot of sci-fi shows. Whenever you see people switch bodies, I'm just thinking like Scooby-Doo, Power Rangers, a lot of different ones. Whenever people are switching bodies, I'm mostly thinking Power Rangers, like Trini and Billy end up swapping bodies. They go through a machine hooked up the same exact way, and they end up switching minds to whatever's being, because the body's being grown in a tube, so it has its own kind of mind already in there. So that's just kind of insane. Or maybe his mind gets transferred to the machine just splits the mind. So it's just dope.
It was a lot. Then once he gets up and everybody, of course the twins are thinking, okay, hey, we need this control collar, because we didn't know exactly what they wanted the control collar for, but we did see last episode that they were taking up
certain burial,
Immortal Man, which he gonna have to change his name immediately.
Yeah, he done that twice. He came back just to die.
Bro.
God damn.
But at this time it was different. We're gonna get to that soon.
I want to say one thing about Robotman real quick. Seriously, I feel kind of disappointed with him for one simple reason. He had a giant fucking robot and he never used it.
Yeah.
He could have used it like against the alien invasions, against all these other things that were going on.
Against Battle Beast.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely what he used it.
But anyway. Moving along, because that shit was good.
I'm wondering, I understand his intellect and everything, but I'm wondering, does he get some power? Does he have some powers of his own? Because if he doesn't,
he cloned Rex. That's what I was wondering. Does he have Rex's abilities? Because he's in Rex's body.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if he actually is going to have Rex's superpowers along with his super intelligence.
It was just kind of weird because I'm like, yo, you got Rex's ability. I would have been
throwing shit, doing something.
I'm like,
but it also makes sense to let him do the robots. Because that little thing they put inside him allows him to control the robots. So it's what he's used to. There's no point in flexing a new power that you might not be able to control that while risking yourself. He did the smart thing. Keep a distance. So, by the way, the twins almost had him.
They did. Because he's a liability.
Yep.
He's still a liability. Granted, he's probably going to have sex with Monster Girl. even though they both look young and it seems
That-
wrong.
yeah.
But one of them's 24 and the other one's 30. So it's
The other one's a day old, not even a day old.
yeah, so it's true. They're just very young.
So-
So it's just a weird whole concept. But yo, he ends up leaving, going back to like headquarters and everything.
That
Now-
call saved the fucking twins. That call saved. He was about to fucking wreck shop with the robot. He just dipped.
He was. Now we head back to Omni-Man's place. Well, the slaughter commences, obviously. He goes over and sees old dude, Herbert. I don't know his actual name. He looks like
I
a
thought
Herbert.
his name was Donald.
His name is Donald, but he looks like a Herbert. Good memory. Mine's bad. Guy with the glasses who gets wrecked in a blaze of glory. His last efforts blows up the building.
Can we just take a moment to, before he actually goes to that, also mention the fact of how they were brutally murdered. Those are some of the most amazing
Every
usage.
single one.
I did not know a gun could go
There was
through a
one
person
guy
like that.
died. We didn't even get to see him. There was one guy died. We didn't get to see him.
Like all of them. One guy's skull crushed. A lady literally got twisted in half trying to go back. Even Donald, when he died, though, when he was dying,
That was
through the
close.
spine, man.
That was crazy. He just crushed it. He
But
just crushed it.
it was an honor. Hit the button, let the bomb
was.
go off.
He said maybe that would have bought us an hour or two, not even a few seconds.
Nah, not at all.
Omni-Man at this moment, he's looking for Mark because apparently there's still a reason behind all this. We just don't know yet. I'm thinking obviously.
Okay, I have to give a guess. So it has to be something related to him being an alien, right?
Yeah.
It has to be something related to him being an alien. Maybe he's a rogue alien. Maybe he himself left the. Maybe he said. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but he said he was from a planet of people that help out the universe.
Yeah.
But he left to help this planet. Maybe it's his own twisted view of kind of helping the planet by ruling the planet. Maybe that's kind of what's going on with that, or maybe he's just a rogue. He's actually a bad guy who's turning good because he became more human. Who fucking knows? But I think it has something to do with that.
I'm on some Saiyan stuff, bro. He was sent there to conquer.
It has to be.
I just.
It has to be. I mean, that's what makes sense.
Because it's the thing about the Guardians. He said
he had to do it.
They were weak.
So maybe he was just a scout. And now, because thinking back to it, the episodes, everything changed once Mark got his powers.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing.
attitude
No,
and everything.
I get it. So what basically happened is this: they're looking for another planet where they can actually inhabit and reproduce. Maybe there's only a species of males left, and there's no females left at all. And basically, they have to find a place where they can actually reproduce and actually produce their powers. And they actually scattered scouts everywhere. And basically, because Mark didn't have any powers, he basically was a mission failure. But once Mark developed his powers, they were like, "Hey, guess what? Your powers you can keep producing more people from your race."
That's definitely a possibility. Only thing about that, I saw some stuff. Won't say what it is. I don't think it doesn't debunk your theory at all, though. But I did see some stuff that I'm pretty sure it's gonna fall in. Probably after that'll probably be the last little cliffhanger we see at the end of the season. But once again, we're back.
Savagely destroying. He just got blew up and shit didn't happen.
He's headed for Omni-Man is headed for Mark. He got to go find his son. He goes talk to William. William tells him how
Intimidation.
Like, dude, bro, insurance does not cover superheroes, bro. I've seen it in every iteration of comics or whatever comics they are. They don't cover superhero damage.
Not good enough.
So he's headed there. Cecil has to stop him before he gets to Mark.
Oh, the best scene, the best part of animation from the old episode.
Oh, bro. When Cecil says drop the hammer. Now, before we even get into this, I think we all thought, me and you both, I think both of us knew that they were going to use DA, the guy from last, I think it was last episode. We knew he was going to use.
Yes, of course, the robots.
The robots.
Yeah. See, now, again, my original theory was they were going to bring back Immortal Man using the robot technology and make him even fucking stronger. That was my original theory. So
I knew he was going to let him make some work because once that line, he managed to do all of this in the sewer was said by Cecil. I said, yeah, he's going to use him, and I knew they were going to bring the big kaiju or whatever that was. Simply because the other episode. So all of these things happened, but the first one to happen was one we never knew nothing about. When the hammer was brought down and the animation just flew back. And it was straight out of Dragon Ball Z.
It was
straight out of Dragon
it's
Ball
what
Z.
it was.
It
was a fucking key blast.
Right, it was
Key
a
blast.
giant key blast.
And we called it. We called it as soon as the fucking key blast landed. Spam that bitch. Should have spammed it.
It was. I thought it was one of those big blasts that take minutes to like recharge. No, they could have used it immediately after. But this time,
even in the after effect though, all the freaking destruction wildlife, literally straight from DBZ.
So many. The birds were dying. You saw so many squirrels and rabbits just get killed. But you know what? Hey, that's what you gonna call Eve for.
Exactly.
You call Eve. She'll fix all of it up.
That's what's up. Hey, it works. She's a Dragon Ball. She's a Dragon Ball.
Eve. She'll fix all of it up. They proceed to try to hit him again, and this time he just flies through it.
They waited too long.
Yeah,
they waited too long. They should have just kept going.
They
kept just boom.
I'm pretty sure
another one. Boom.
It traveling that distance. It's picking up momentum.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Exactly what they should do.
Keep going.
Because since they didn't, he destroyed that. Once again, he's right back on the road to Mark now.
Cecil has a great fucking moment.
Cecil got some great big fucking balls because there is no way in hell I would have stopped in front of this man who I know has killed all the top superheroes just to buy time.
And I don't got shit.
Nothing but a gun. And he shot it one time and just dropped it like, I know I can't use this.
Of course not. That's just to get your attention. Is exactly what he said. So, but to me, I will say this. Minato, Naruto fans, seriously, this is what came to my mind. He was bouncing around just like fucking the fourth Hokage. So that's the one thing that kind of came to my mind.
He was just teleporting as quick as he can, but he almost got caught.
Yep, multiple times.
Yeah, that time when he got his title.
What did he say? You made my balls go through my throat or something like that?
Yeah, he's like, damn, right for the throat? I thought we were better than that. No, Omni-Man is on a mission. And that's when they send the great Kaiju.
Release the Kraken.
This time they took out his pain receptors and he's mad.
And they hooked him up on drugs too.
Yeah, they put him on
steroids,
couple them beans in him. It was over with. He was handling, and it was over.
That was it. It was
Mission
done.
complete.
Boom.
Omni-Man's dead. The guy's about to eat him.
Mark comes in and saves his dad. I mean, he doesn't know. To be fair, he doesn't fucking know. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
But I want to say probably right after that, my favorite moment actually happens.
What?
We haven't got to this yet. We've already talked about him. The twins actually are doing they're reviving Immortal Man. And probably my favorite part about the whole thing is the sequence of Mark getting destroyed by the fucking monster, right? We know that Immortal Man's on the way. And fucking Mark is tag teaming. They call Eve, say, Eve, come back. Cecil says, look, I don't know what side your son is going to choose. I do not know if he's with us or against us. I cannot pull back what may ultimately end us. Makes perfect fucking sense.
We were talking to Deb. I mean, she's like, that's why you said that's why I hate you. He like, that's why I hate myself. I mean, you gotta understand where Cecil's coming from. This guy can't be stopped, and this is the only moment he might, because we had him beat. But your son came in to help. We don't know what Mark knows. We don't know if Mark coming in to help because it's his dad or Mark coming to help because he's just on his dad's side. You have no idea. So in that moment, I'm sorry, Debbie, it's either your son
or the rest of the
world. Like we don't know what Omni-Man's about to do. Like we can't stop him because he's talking about, hey. And I love that moment where Cecil tells the Guardians, yo, sit back, we might need y'all, because if this doesn't work, we're going to need y'all to stop Omni-Man. And they looking like,
Rex is like, wait, Omni-Man, like, the fuck?
So now we know what happened to the other Guardians, obviously.
Yeah.
And that splat of blood that's still sitting there on the wall, because Cecil said he wasn't going to take it off until they got serious. Now, we saw what Battle Beast did to them.
Battle Beast just wrecked. I kept telling them they should have just called Battle Beast. I think he would have been able to handle this.
Battle Beast would have been prepared for this fight. Battle Beast would have been prepared for this fight.
Oh,
I mean, granted, only reason we know his name, Battle Beast, because we saw it online. Also, because they never said it in the show.
But that shit was dope as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
That was just
100%. We don't know how strong he is, but we know he was strong enough to watch Mark and everybody else.
Effortlessly.
This was a breeze. But we get to that moment where Immortal Man has lost his mind. The control collar didn't work. But I thought he was gonna whoop the other twins. They were like,
oh, I know.
He is hell bent on, and you see a little bit of his backstory.
He's fucking Vandal Savage.
Yeah, but
he's Vandal Savage.
100%. With powers, Vandal Savage is.
Vandal Savage is Shazam put together. Basically.
Yeah, like so he ends up showing up, and it's a good fight, but you obviously can tell he's outmatched.
Of course, but no, again, the whole sequence of basically Omni-Man pushing him off, going to help Mark, because Mark is in trouble, right?
Yeah.
He's about to get eaten every single time, get crushed, and he's coming in every single time he's on his way. Fucking Immortal Man.
Immortal Man is right there.
It's like,
but
what?
And you kind of conflicted though, because you like, I don't want them to kill Mark.
I know, but
at the same time,
Omni-Man,
I do want Omni-Man to get his
shit. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like,
it reminded me of that commercial. Again, I'm not big into sports. A basketball player blocking everything, like not what's it called?
The Kid Matomo.
Yeah. No.
Well, doesn't do sports.
What do sports? What that commercial it's exactly reminding me of. That was fucking Immortal Man. No.
Yeah, that was fucking excellent, bro. So, I mean, obviously, this time things are different because there are two news crews there, and they're watching everything. Of course, they see the Omni-Man versus the Kaiju. It's like, oh, this is the Kaiju that he's beaten before. And then they see Immortal Man show up, and they're like, yo, this guy died, what, 8 months ago? Yeah, 8 months ago? And he's attacking Omni-Man, so...
We never caught his murder. 2 and 2 dots get connected.
You just putting 2 and 2 together. You know. At this, and then when you see him kill him, they got you in 4K, bro. Omni-Man, they got you in 4K this time. They got you in 4K. He goes through it. That image is spectacular.
Man, like, just think about it. Like, I think that was the thing. Like, even when after he split him in half, that wasn't as big a deal. That was the big deal for Mark, because Mark, actually, there's like 2 impactful moments. The first one where he actually goes straight through his chest, fucking Chidori through the heart.
Yeah.
That's the part that basically that's for everybody in the world to see.
Yeah.
But when he splits him in half, that's when Mark actually gets, because Mark is seeing the back of his dad fighting this guy, so he doesn't know that his arm is right there. But splitting in half, for sure.
I actually thought Immortal Man was gonna at least take his eyes out.
I know, true. I thought he was going with him.
You're
going with me. You're going with me. Yeah.
Do something, because damn, Immortal Man. I mean, bro, you got to change your name. I'm sorry.
He's done.
Yeah, I mean, you're done. I mean, the entire now things are so much more complicated because now you have Mark face to face with his father. Mark also, we didn't mention this. Mark took out the Kaiju with the electricity. Cool, Good job, Mark. But yeah, that's not even what we think about. It's just now Mark is faced with his father, and his father says, "Son, I have something to tell you." So now I'm assuming next episode he basically tells him what happened with the Guardians, and I'm pretty much sure that he's gonna have to tell him
backstory.
why.
Let's get some backstory.
We have to get the backstory now.
It has to be backstory.
Episode was fantastic because what was your favorite moment?
Oh man, like for me again, like it comes down to probably a tie between Cecil whenever he actually has to tell Debbie it's what it is.
Yeah.
It makes fucking sense. Or again, Immortal Man kept fucking blocking Omni-Man. Because to me, like that was kind of the pinnacle, the high point of the entire thing. Because it's a conclusion. Because literally, they were trying everything. They threw everything in the kitchen sink to try and stop Omni-Man.
Yeah.
And they still weren't able to stop him.
Did we talk about the robots? How they was whooping his ass for a little bit?
Oh, we didn't.
We did not even bring up the robots.
The robots actually got there right after Cecil fucking left.
Yeah.
Oh, the freaking augmented robots! Like, oh my gosh! Like they had them. And look, again, I said they should have made a fucking army of them. If they were using dead soldiers, might as well have made an army.
I mean,
but this goes back to the laser spamming thing. They just didn't.
Yeah. Also, I guess they were kind of like they thought Mark was relative to Omni-Man for some reason because 3 of them was actually able to handle Mark, and Mark was about to lose.
Shit, one of them was able to handle Mark.
Well, yeah, true. But I mean, I guess that's why you think, hey, 3 should be able. And they were whooping him until he started shredding them. Literally, I mean, it reminded me of Juggernaut and Deadpool. He just breaks them up,
grabs them, breaks them in half.
And that's when Deborah was kind of like, I mean, even though these things are freaking robots, so
I know.
So I'm kind of wondering, like, yo, Debbie, now you're shocked? Did you not hear about what happened to the Guardian?
If I'm right, she even just said, like, she didn't even say anything about that. She just literally called his name.
Yeah.
She called his name. She was still on his side.
When they were jumping, I'm like, Debbie, baby, he's gone. This is not the man you married. And once again, we still don't know the reason behind it, but like, yeah.
But bro, they still is kind of the same. But overall, like just the episode, just every single thing. It was the pacing more than anything else. The pacing was literally just this, right? It started off Fury kept just constantly. And the best part is the climax, the ending was right after the climax.
Yeah.
Like we're basically gonna deal with the resolution and the fallout next episode.
Yeah.
Which is actually the best way to end the episode.
True. We have.
And on a high point.
I mean, now we're faced with Mark's faced with once his dad tells him what it is. I don't know if his dad. I mean, his dad's been training, so his dad obviously wants him with him. Does Mark side with his dad, or does he side with the world? And gotta see where his mom at in all this. It is.
He's the main hero in the story, man. I cannot see this going another way. I mean, this is what it is, right?
But at the same time, is he going to be able to beat his father, or is his father even going to be able to fight him?
Of course, his dad can whoop his ass. His dad watched him.
Want to?
But of course, he doesn't want to. But his dad literally, the last episode, saw him be beaten to a pulp. He was there the whole time. He could have stopped him. So
his dad may not want to deal with Battle Beast. I mean, Battle Beast put some fear in some people.
Fair.
We gotta see Battle Beast again. Come on, man, bring it back.
But fair point.
But
I think for sure his dad's gonna be able to. I think Mark can't. By the simple fact, the robots. Mark could not handle 3. He decimated 3 after he was tired, after he'd been blasted, after all this stuff had happened to him. So they're not on the same level yet. And I see this more like Yu Yu Hakusho, a child finding an adult.
True, but could the damage Omni-Man took this episode play a part?
For sure, because again, Squidward had him. You know what I'm saying? He had him.
He did.
He had him for a good minute, and he was down. If it wasn't for Mark showing up, that would have been it. That would have been a wrap.
I think Mark's a little fresher too. I mean,
that's true. I mean, he's young.
Omni-Man's had to go through some stuff just to get to where he was going.
And honestly, I think if Mark doesn't end up finding him, they're not going to leave him alone. Because if Cecil sees that Mark is on their side, right, and he's fighting Omni-Man,
he has to send a guardian.
He has to send something.
Even though I just do not see what any of them would be able to do.
Well, old boy got his powers back. Remember, he was a part of the original Guardians.
True.
We're going to see what he can do. We don't know what he does.
Okay, electricity, sparkle, bro. I'm sorry.
I get that. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but man,
Black Samson, bro. Listen, every black person in here done got 2-shotted. Okay, see what happened to Darkwing. And see what happened to Black Samson last time. Bro, this your ass died, okay? You're making the brothers look bad, okay? You're making the brothers look bad.
You know, all this was caught on camera. You think there's any chance Omni-Man gets off of it?
No.
No?
No.
I mean, cops get away with it all the time over here.
I mean, yeah, true, but not in this situation. Now, this situation is like, yo, you just straight... No, because it's not like...
But my thing is this. Literally, this is the reason why I say he can get away with it, literally. He is the most powerful being on Earth. What are you going to do?
I mean, yeah, if you looking at it in that regard, yeah, you can get away with it. But I'm talking about, like, in a sense of, like, yo, people not going to do nothing about it? No. I mean,
they're definitely going to try.
They're trying. I mean, if he...
Definitely going to
try. At this point... I mean, don't forget there are other superhero factions, and at that point, it's just like all of them against Omni-Man.
But we've also heard they're basically garbage compared to whatchamacallit. Because I'm not trying to be too picky here, but just looking at what I've seen, they're the Guardians, right? They were the peak. They were the top. And to replace them, you got basically the team for Robotman, the Super Juniors, and we saw they can handle an invasion sometimes. Not even they were going to die to an invasion. Nowhere near on the power scale. Like that's the way I'm looking at it, right?
Okay, man.
It's sad, right? It's sad.
Give him a break, bro. Give him a damn break. But
Battle Beast literally just slaughtered.
I just go get Battle Beast. Okay.
Yeah, get Battle Beast.
Hire Battle Beast. He's just looking for a good fight. That's all he wants.
Hey, that perfect fight. Here.
Perfect fight.
There you go. Perfect fight. Omni-Man.
But any closing thoughts?
I can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah. I'm shout out to you know what? I wish. You know what? Who are you? Cause dude, let me see. What is your name, buddy? What is your name? Mondoose on TikTok. Shout out to you for telling me the episode was out this Thursday. Because we would have waited till tomorrow.
I didn't know it came out Thursday.
Yeah,
I've been watching this thing on Friday every single day.
Me too.
And I would have watched it earlier.
I'm either watch it on Friday, either Friday morning around like 2 a.m. or like during the day Friday. But
I was watching it around lunch, and that's the part that I had to wait.
Yeah, so great episode. Can't wait to see you next week. You guys let us know what you thought about this episode down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks, Fred. Appreciate this. Gotta do this more often when I'm out in your city. Yeah, peace up.